Hope you guys are doing great. I'm Farmer Leah, and we are back for our third live Little Farmers lesson today. Really excited to have you guys here. I want you to look around, maybe try to guess where I am. I'm not going to tell you, not quite yet, but it's going to be a really fun lesson. We have so much to share with you today. We're going to wait for a couple of our more little farmers to join us, and then we're going to get started. But I see that we have Hattie and Simon with us. So excited to have you guys join us today. And let's see, we have Riley, little farmer Riley with us, and all of our fun friends. So excited to have you guys here today. Again, I'm Farmer Leah, and we're doing our Little Farmer Live Session 3 today. We hope you've joined us for the past couple Little Farmer Lives. We've done strawberries, and last week we did goats. And you can find all those videos, even though they're not live now, you can find them on our Facebook and check them out. They're all lots of fun. We read stories and do activities, but we're super pumped to have you again today. I'm gonna have you guys try to guess where I am today and guess what the topic is. You don't see any animals around me right now, but you see some props. And we have a couple more little farmers with us. Let's see, we have Joey and Mikey. All right. And Sam. So excited to have you guys here. We certainly miss you guys here on the farm, and we cannot wait for all of you to come back. All right, so we're gonna get started. So today's lesson is ... about sheep. We are in our sheep pen right now. You might be thinking, well, Farmer Leah, I don't see any sheep around you. And that's because sheep are actually very shy. Now last week, the goats were all over us, chewing on our boots and our shirts. But the sheep are shy and they don't really want to be around us. But I am going to take you over there and look at them right now because they're eating their lunch. Come on over. They're over here in the other section eating their lunch of hay. And as you walk over and take a look at them, you're going to notice this little white guy here with the brown head. He is actually a goat, but the other guys are sheep. And they might look a little bit different than when the last time you were here on the farm. And that's because they got a haircut yesterday. Our sheep got sheared. When sheep get haircuts, it's called shearing. How many of you need a little shearing after a couple months of quarantine? I know that I do, and so do my kids. Come on over here, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when a sheep gets sheared. So again, a sheep shearing is when a sheep gets a haircut. And this right here, kids, is one sheep's worth of wool. How crazy is that? If you get really close, you'll see that there's still some dirt in there, still some hay, maybe even a little bit of sheep poop. But don't worry, that'll all be cleaned out. And sheep need to get sheared because sheep don't shed. How many of you have dogs or cats or other kind of animals that shed a lot around the house? I'm sure a lot of you. I have a dog that sheds a ton. But sheep don't shed, so I kind of think they make good pets, right? Indoor pets, maybe? I don't think your moms or dads would think that. But anyway, we need to shear sheep because if their hair doesn't fall off, then guess what? They get super duper hot in the spring and summer. So every year, once a year, around early spring, we have our sheep sheared. And like I said, this is wool from one sheep. And what's really cool about wool is that you can make it into yarn. And then you can make the yarn into all different kinds of clothes, hats, things to keep us warm. We have an employee here on the farm that has everything you need to clean the wool, spin the wool, and then make it into beautiful sweaters and hats and all different things. So she'll be taking this tomorrow along with the wool from 5 other sheep and making it into beautiful things to keep her warm all winter long. I have right here a sweater that is made of wool. So if you walk around your house today, and look maybe in your closet or your mom's closet or dad's, you might find some wool things, maybe a sweater or a hat or gloves. Another fun fact about wool is that it actually is a natural UV protectant, which means it protects you from the sun. So that means that if you wanted to, you could wear a full wool suit to the beach and be totally protected from the sun, but I don't think any of you would want to do that. I mean, I wouldn't. It would be super duper sweaty. So our sheep are actually protected from the sun by their wool. And they have just enough on there right now that they'll be protected from the sun all summer long. But we just took off just enough so that they can be comfortable and not be too sweaty. So So yeah, this is our wool. It's kind of fun to look at. It comes in all different colors. This is from one of our spotted sheep. But then what else is cool about wool is that it can be dyed into all different colors. So a lot of your hats might be all different kinds of neon, pretty colors, and that's because you can dye it. So pretty cool. So today's book that we're going to read is called Charlie Needs a Cloak. I personally love this author and illustrator. His name is Tommy D. Paola. He writes some really awesome kids books, but this one has especially something to do with sheep and shearing. So Charlie Needs a Cloak. Story and pictures by Tommy D. Paola. Charlie was a shepherd. He had a cozy house, a big hat, a crook, and a flock of fat sheep. But everyone said, Charlie needs a cloak. A cloak is like a fancy word for a coat. Poor Charlie. He really needs a new cloak. I wonder why he needs a cloak. Look who's eating it. So in the spring, Charlie sheared his sheep. He washed the wool, got it all nice and cleaned, and carded the wool to straighten it out. And carding means that like you take a special brush and straighten it and clean it out. It gets all of the hay and all the sheep poopy out of it. Then Charlie spun the wool into yarn. Charlie wanted a red cloak, so he picked some pokeweed berries, and during the late summer, he boiled them over a fire. Then Charlie dyed the yarn red in the berry juice. After the yarn was dry, Charlie put the strands on the loom. And every fall evening, he wove the yarn into cloth. Charlie put the cloth on the table and cut it into pieces. He pinned the pieces together. And sewed them by the fire. And then, when winter came, Charlie had a beautiful new red cloak. But look who's already eating it. Good thing he's gonna shear his sheep again in the spring and have a new cloak again. The end. That's an awesome book. I was just thinking, I forgot to tell you one really awesome fact about wool. Right here, I think I might have said this, but this is about 7 pounds of wool. And 1 pound of wool can make 7 miles of yarn. No, 10 miles of yarn. 10 miles of yarn. I'm getting my numbers messed up. So every sheep makes about 7 pounds of wool. 1 mile makes 10 miles of yarn. You probably have some yarn around your house. 10 miles is a lot of yarn. So just think about that. One sheep can make a lot of yarn and a lot of sweaters. It's pretty cool. So I wanted to show you one more activity that we like to do at our Little Farmers class. Again, my name is Farmer Leah, and I'm actually the host of the Little Farmer class, which we are hoping that we will be able to start in a couple weeks. But at Little Farmers, we love to get dirty and we love to be hands-on. So today's activity is called a sheep shearing activity. And it involves a couple of materials that I think you probably have at your house right now. Balloon of any color, shaving cream, and a popsicle stick. So you're gonna have to use your imagination a bit, which I know you all can, and we're gonna pretend that this balloon is a sheep, all right? So look at your balloon, say, hey there, sheep, and then we're gonna pretend that our shaving cream is our wool. So we're gonna take the shaving cream, put it on our balloon. Like I said, it's a little messy. So you might wanna do this maybe outside or even in the bathtub is fun, but we like it messy, so it's all good. I'm just gonna wash my hand off of that. So now you're gonna take your woolly sheep and you're gonna shear it, and you're gonna pretend that your popsicle stick is your shearer. We're just gonna go like this, and we're gonna get all that wool off the sheep. just like we do every spring here on the farm. So that's that. It's kind of a fun activity that always leads into more mess and more fun, but something that we do here for our Little Farmer class and something that we hope you can do at home. So before we head out for the day, I'm going to take you over to say goodbye to the sheep. It looks like all of them are kind of together in a bunch right now, so we'll walk on over and say goodbye to them. They're looking at me like, what are you doing, lady? Look at that one right there. I like that guy. He's cute with his spots. So let's say bye to the sheep here on the farm. We're so glad you guys could join us here today. Please join us next week, next Sunday, live at 3. We want to know what you guys want to learn about the farm. We have lots of ideas, but we want to know what you want to learn about. Do you want to learn about tractors or chickens or gardening? Or do you want to know what Farmer Gil's been up to? Let us know, comment under this post, share it with your friends, and we will choose a fun topic for next week and surprise you on Sunday. So have a great week, everybody, and that's all. See you later.